Hey good people, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well and having an amazing Sunday. So in today's video, you guys, let me just say I'm super happy and just super excited about my progress and my yard space. So this backyard marathon, y'all, is going to hopefully provide you guys with some inspiration for getting outside and getting in your yard and just kind of giving you some different ideas about things you can do in your space, because you know these warmer temperatures are on the way. So maybe this is something that can inspire someone and just kind of show you that no matter how big or difficult or overwhelming a project seems, girl, you can get it done, okay? You sure can. So before we get into the backyard, I do want to go ahead and just quickly show you guys the memorial that I made for Sophie. Well, actually it's her grave because she's buried there, but anyway, I do want to show y'all that, and I think there is something that I want to do a little differently to it, but of course I would love to get you guys' feedback in the comments. So right quickly before we start, I want to show y'all the grave that I dug for Sophie. So this was done back in, I think I did this on the 13th because she died on the 12th. So I did this on the 13th of January. But yeah, I think what I want to do differently to it, and you can see I have her little name here. So yeah, what I think I want to do differently to this space though is I think I got it looking too much like an actual grave, and I say that because how I have it lifted up. I think what I may go back and do is to actually level the stepping stone with the actual ground itself, so then that way it's not puffed up so high. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, y'all tell me what y'all think. Then again, who knows, I may leave it the way it is. I mean, yeah, I just didn't want it to look so gravy. I just wanted it to look more, you know, I wanted it to look like a memorial, but then also whenever I get ready to landscape over here, it will be a smooth transition. But again, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. All right, y'all, so we're going to be picking up kind of where we left off from in the last video. I'm basically just trying to figure out a configuration for the deck in terms of the sectional, just trying to figure out how I want to style the sectional. I really love this outdoor sectional because there's just so many different options for styling it. But I'm not going to probably decorate it until tomorrow because it is pretty cloudy outside, and I definitely want to do everything I need to do around the landscape first, and then I'll just decorate on tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of prep everything on the deck space, like just wiping everything down, getting everything nice and clean. I also have some flowers that I want to plant in some of the planters. So those things I definitely want to try to get done today. So then that way tomorrow, all I have to do is just throw up my decorations and I'm good to go. So remember in the previous video, I actually pulled up these dead flowers from the planter. And I did that because I wanted to plant some fresh new flowers in this space just to kind of give the deck a nice pop of color. And again, this is just me refreshing everything and making everything nice and beautiful. So then that way, when we welcome in spring, everything is just flourishing. And I'm so excited about that. So these are actually snapdragons, which I absolutely love. These are actually perennials, and so I'm planting these in the different colors. I got these from Lowe's. I think they came 12 in a pack for $13.98. And so I'm just going to add these in my planters, and in addition to this, I'm also going to be adding some tulips. The tulips that I'm going to be planting, they're just the tulip ball. They won't actually start sprouting until April, May. And y'all, if you've been following me for a while, you know I am bad about wearing my gloves. I love to work barehanded when I'm working in the soil. I know that's not a good thing. I'm trying to do better, but there's just nothing like feeling that dirt, that soil in between your nails, your fingers. But y'all, I'm a work in progress, okay? I'm not going to change overnight. I'll get there eventually. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with adding the mulch. You can see I've already laid it out. So these are actually the premium black mulch from Lowe's. They were approximately $3.98 a bag, and it took me about 4.5 bags to complete the landscape around the front portion of this deck. So yeah, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with adding the mulch so we can go ahead and wrap this up because it's already after 6 p.m. and I don't have that much daylight left, and I want to kind of give you guys a daytime view, which I might show that tomorrow morning. I might just go ahead and take some pictures or some recording of that in the morning, but I definitely want to show you guys what the space looks like at night because it's just beautiful. So yeah, so let's go ahead and quickly put down this mulch so we can go ahead and get this part of it wrapped up. And yeah. Also, since it's getting so late and we're losing daylight, I'll just wait until tomorrow to decorate the deck. So I'm curious to know, have any of you guys started working outside in your yard yet? I know it's still pretty cold in some places. A lot of you guys probably still have snow, but those of you who have fairly decent weather, have you begun working in your yard? Let me know in the comments. Morning, you guys. So it is the next day. It's kind of early in the day. I wanted to kind of get out here earlier because it is an overcast outside and I'm not sure if it's going to rain or not. So I was on the level like, okay, well, let me try to get out here as early as I can and finish decorating the deck. But I do want to show you my progress on last night when I mulched around the landscape. Just kind of show you what that space looks like. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with adding the decorations to the deck. So basically just giving the deck a nice refresh. So that's what I'm going to do. You might recall in the last video, I basically cleaned out my gutters. The deck was a mess, okay? Everything was just in chaos. So me cleaning that and just cleaning out the flower beds. And then I want to show you all what you can expect in my upcoming video, because I want to try to get pretty much all of my remaining projects done for the month of February outdoors in the backyard space. I want to really just try to focus on that backyard. So that's the plan. Hopefully I can, get everything done and finished up as long as the weather permits. So anywho, let's go ahead and take a look at what the landscape looks like around the deck area so we can go ahead and start decorating. All right, y'all know how I like to do. So before we take a look at the space around the deck area, let's go back a little bit and be reminded as to what the landscape around the deck used to look like before we cleaned it up. As you can see here, there was a lot of mess, a lot of debris, a lot of trash. So now here's what the new space looks like. All right, y'all, so here is a quick overview of my progress on last night with me adding the mulch to the landscape. Remember, this is the area here that I wanted to just kind of clean up, refresh, and landscape. And thank you to I'll post her name up here for reminding me about not trimming back the azaleas just yet, because I make, prevent them from blooming. So thank you for that reminder. I appreciate that. So I'm not going to trim the azaleas. So I didn't do that because they are about to bloom soon. So we don't want to delay that. But anyway, this is what the area looks like. Just wanted to show you guys that entire space. It looks so nice, so refreshed. Oh, I absolutely love the way this looks. Nothing like fresh mulch, y'all, I'm telling you. So yeah, so this is what that space looks like at the moment. Everything looks nice and clean and neat, which is exactly what I like. Okay, and again, just as a quick reminder, and let me just kind of show you the whole deck space. Get back a little bit so you can see it. Oh, it looks phenomenal. I absolutely love the way this looks. So good. So anyway, don't forget, I still have to clean this area here, which I've already started working on. And I told you guys that and showed you guys that in my last video. This will be the next project because the whole plan is to try to get everything nice and cleaned for the month of February. And so I've even started working on this space here. Remember, I told you guys in the last video that I was just raking all the leaves from the fence area. And so I've already started working on this pile here, as you can see. And so by the next video, all of this will be done. So y'all, I'm getting it done. I'm chopping it down. So let's go ahead and get started with decorating the deck space now that we've already mulched around the deck area. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So before I start decorating, I want to show you guys the layout that I came up with the sectional. I wanted to do something a little differently with the sectional area. And so this is pretty much how I have the chairs laid out. And I like this. I like this because you can literally lay on this and just chill, read a book, whatever. So I like that. So this is the layout that I came up with for that. And then of course, I have my two chairs over here, which has ample space behind the sectional, which I love. And you can see that here. I also planted the flowers. Y'all saw me plant these flowers, these snapdragons. And remember, I also added some tulips in here. So those will be blooming sometime around, I think it's April, May, maybe. So we do have those tulips in there as well. And so these are all the decorations that I'm going to be using. So I just went ahead and piled them up on the table, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with placing everything. And I also went ahead and removed my rocking chair from the front porch, because remember, I had that on the front porch for my Christmas decor. So I removed that, placed it back in this corner, and I love it here. I really love this little seating area because it still gives me ample space in between the two areas where it's not too close. So I love that. I love having that little seating area with the rocking chair. So yeah, so just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of the space before we start decorating it. So now let's go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, so before the final reveal, let's go back and take a look at what this deck area used to look like before we cleaned it up, got rid of all of the leaves, and you guys can see here it was in dire need of a refresh. So now let's take a look at the final reveal. you guys so much for tuning into today's video. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family. And I will see you guys really soon as we continue working in the backyard space in preparation for spring. Until then, bye now.